Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Scare Soldier bringing another Borderlands 3 video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the best Conductor Zane setup. So let's get right into it. So the Conductor is the new class mod from the DLC 2, and basically this one, how it works is that Zane gains up to 25% bonus shock damage based on his remaining action skill duration, and the more remaining duration, the greater the bonus, and this effect stacks. So again, this one stacks twice because two action skills, therefore you will have a total of a potential 50% bonus shock damage, adding a new element to Zane. So not only will you be doing cryo damage while your sentinel is active, you'll also be adding the shock element to your gun. So using fire and corrosive are going to be your two best friends, because not only are you doing cryo at the same time as fire, you're also doing shock. So you're going to be melting enemy shields at the same time as melting their health bar or their armor. So this is an insane class mod if you guys love to mob. Now keep in mind, this is not the best class mod in the game, guys. The Seeing Dead is the best class mod in the game. This is simply a mobbing class mod, simple as that. I would not use this for bossing by any means. I would not use this for anything else, although you can, yes, of course you can get away a lot with Zane, but this particular class mod is specifically for mobbing, and that is why this build is called the Mob Boss Zane. So let's get into it quickly. You're going to want guns that are going to be able to murk mobs and a lot of enemies. So guns like the Recursion are fantastic for killing multiple enemies at the same time. You want to take advantage of that shock damage. Of course, you're going to want redistributors because you'll be killing multiple enemies at the same time, and again, also maybe a single target weapon as well, so you can really do a lot of damage on some of the tougher enemies. But nonetheless, let's also talk about the shield you're going to want to have. It's simple. You're going to want to have a run and gun Sidorak, just based on how we are set up in the skill tree. We are spec'd into the green tree a little bit, so again, we want stuff that's going to have easy access to getting our shield full. You don't have to have a level 5 Sidorak. You guys can have a level 50, a level 53, 57. It doesn't matter, but the whole point is to have a Sidorak so you guys can fill up your shields insanely fast. The grenade I recommend having, again, we're mobbing, so you want to have a recurring hex to help freeze enemies. Freezing enemies for this build is going to be very important to you, so having a cryo hex is going to be really nice on the battlefield. The artifact you're going to want to have is the icebreaker, because like I said, it's going to be very important to freeze enemies. And then finally we have the class mod, the Conductor. Now quickly, in the skill tree we are spec pretty heavily into the green tree, but this is very important because the class mod is required for us to keep our action skills full, and since the bonus damage is based on our duration percentage, we want action skills full, so we have to get the calm, cool, and collected. And how we did that was simply by putting 5 points into adrenaline, 5 points into brain freeze. We have 3 points that rise to the occasion, 5 points ready for action, confident competence. We also have really expensive jacket, 2 points into refreshment, and 1 point in calm, cool, and collected. Calm, cool, and collected basically is by freezing enemies, you will instantly fill your shield, your action skills up back to full. And refreshment, we have 2 points in here because this is going to give us lifesteal by 16% to frozen enemies, which is insane since we will be freezing pretty much everybody on the map, and 16% is a hell of a lot. We have the barrier equipped with the augments of all-rounder and the static field. You guys can use any other one you want, but static field is the one that works when you pick up your barrier. Finally, we have the Hitman Tree over here, and we're going to put all the points that you guys see here. Not too many points, obviously, but we had to do what we had to do to get down to calm, cool, and collected. So here's how it's all set up. You got the Sentinel, you got Bad Dose, and you got static field. And then lastly, we have the double agent tree. Now again, simple stuff: synchronicity, Donnybrook for gun damage and things like that. Borrow time to keep your action skills active longer, which is going to be good. And then of course Supersonic Man to run fast, because again, your kill skills do not last very long since we're not using the Seeing Dead, so it's important to kill people as fast as you possibly can. And then that's pretty much it, guys. So I got some gameplay for you guys of this build, of course, and we will be breaking some of the footage down a little bit and show you guys this build in action. So let's get right into it. Since this is a mobbing build, what better way to start off but in the proving grounds. So as you see, the first couple shots, we already killed the enemies, no problem, and they were all ice sculptures. As I said, everything freezes with this build, of course. Now again, we're starting off with the redistributor and already freezing enemies. You're seeing also that we are doing multiple elemental damages to the opponent. So you're seeing that shock, you're seeing cryo, and you're also seeing radiation all at the same time while we're shooting enemies. And also I want you guys to take note, look how fast my action skills keep refilling. That is because of Calm, Cool, and Collected. Every time they start to slowly diminish, as soon as I freeze an enemy, they are instantly full, which is why Calm, Cool, and Collected is definitely one of the perks you want to use when you're using the Conductor. The other thing I want to point out is, of course, when you're using the augment of the all-rounder, it helps keep your shield full, which having a full shield is super important to maintain all the bonuses from Confident Competence, Adrenaline, and all that kind of stuff. As you see now, we are absolutely shredding with the recursion, and that's why I wanted you guys to have a weapon that kills multiple enemies to help keep your kill skills active all the time. Now we are over at the Slaughter Shaft, another really good example of when this build shines. So again, we're starting off the first round, and what we're doing again is we're calling in our action skills, and we don't have any of our kill skills activated, but once we get the first kill, all our kill skills come to life, and then it's our job to keep them going. So again, I wanted to highlight how fast it is and easy it is to keep my action skills full with the simple Calm, Cool, and Collected. And again, the Conductor is all about keeping your action skills as full as possible to get the maximum shock bonus damage that you're getting. And you see that these enemies with like armor and also shields are getting melted because I'm doing shock, corrosive, radiation, or fire, depending on the gun that I'm using. In this sense right now, I'm using a radiation weapon. Now again, you're seeing us pull out the recursion, killing multiple enemies very easily at one time, also freezing enemies as well very easily, and again filling up my action skills no problem at all. That's why this build is super good for mobs, because it kills multiple enemies fast, doing much damage because we're doing triple elemental damage. Again, you're seeing us with the recursion again in action. You see our shield is staying full, most importantly keeping Confident Competence going strong, and also Adrenaline going strong if ever our action skills go away. Now we are at the takedown where it all goes down, and again we're pulling out the recursion, and you look at my mini map, there's a whole bunch of red dots everywhere, but not for long. When the recursion hits a target, it goes to the next target right away, kind of like a ping pong ball, and bounces all the way towards all the enemies and does a hell of a lot of damage. That's what makes this gun really nice for taking out mobs. And you see again, it also freezes enemies very efficiently, and also at the same time, this all helps keep my kill skills and action skills active, one-shotting the Kraken with one burst from the recursion. Moving on to the Valkyries. This build is really nice, like I said, for mobbing. The Maliwan takedown is an exception because there are a lot of ads to run through. So not only do you have to deal with Wotan, you deal with a lot of ads, but I would not recommend this build if you were going to farm a Grave Ward, for example, or if you're going to farm other bosses that are like Tyrene and Troy and all those kind of things. You want to go after the mobs, so this build really shines when it comes to Proving Grounds, Slaughter Shaft, and that pretty much sums it up. And again, the takedown as well, as you guys can see clearly in this video. I'm doing one shot, murking about 5 to 6 enemies at a time with the recursion, and whenever I am dealing with a single target enemy, I pull out my old Iridium because it does a lot of damage to single targets, where the recursion and the redistributor do not shine at. We pull out the Iridium to help it out. And now again, as soon as I freeze enemies, you see that my action skills are already on cooldown. They're ready to go. Even if my action skills go away, I'm at 2 seconds on cooldown for my shield and 3 seconds for my sentinel, which is insane, and that is all due to Adrenaline and also topped off. And again, it is really nice, guys. So if you guys want to try this build, again, I really highly recommend it if you guys want to do mobbing and you guys want to switch it up. If you guys are getting a little tired of the Seeing Dead and want to do something different, this is a really cool alternative for mobbing. Again, it's not the best class mod in the game, but you can do a lot of damage with this nonetheless, as you guys see in the gameplay when it comes to mobbing. So if you guys have any questions about the build, again, leave it down in the comment section below and I will get all to you guys. Do not worry. And unfortunately, yes, in the Hitman Tree, we were not able to spec in all the DPS stats like Violent Violence and Plain Dirty. But you see why is because we're not using the Seeing Dead. And without the Seeing Dead, those kill skills do not work the same as they used to. Good Misfortune, for example, will not just damage an enemy or chaining an enemy will not fill up your action skills instantly anymore. That doesn't work. So again, you have to kind of go to calm, cool, and collected when you're using the conductor. Things like playing dirty do not proc over and over and over during the same kill. You have to finish the kill, and then you will get another chance to shoot 5 extra projectiles out of the next 5 shots. But again, this is different. It's a good difference sometimes, guys. Don't freak out, but this is definitely a cool build to try out. If you guys haven't tried it already, I highly recommend it to have a little fun. It's really crazy doing 3 elements at the same time when it comes to damage. So go ahead and give this a try, guys. Anyways, I'll let you guys finish the gameplay. That's enough of me ranting. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button for your boy, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. I will see you in the next video. It's your boy Scared Soldier signing out. Peace.
Didn't anyone teach you how to fight?